be that time of the week, baby, because Lights Out is invading your orifice. And by that, I mean your eardrums, because you're listening to us. So, you know, it must be a good time for sure. EE, Cosmos, and Light in the building. Episode 13. 13 of them things. We just keep racking them up. You already know. My man Light currently in Connecticut, I think. Cosmos still broadcasting from Mexico with the Ja Morant dread hanging down. I feel that. He's taking shots, man, but not that kind. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. We're here.
Bro, I'm in Connecticut for yet another week because I actually plan on leaving either yesterday or today. But Father's Day is coming up, so I didn't want to drive home to drive back down here for Father's Day, you know?
Wait.
Why you give me that look?
Wait, when's Father's Day?
Father's Day is this Sunday.
Is it?
That's what I was told.
Oh, shit. Ooh,
He just wants money out of me.
Damn, I thought Father's Day was last week, but you know, I wouldn't know.
Wow. Okay. I gotta stop talking about parents on this podcast.
Yeah, you're kind of rubbing it in that you have like a healthy family nucleus, and meanwhile we're just sitting here being us.
Yeah, you know, darkest skins, man.
All right, cool. I mean, all because I know my mom and my dad doesn't mean that everything's, you know, magically okay up here. But, you know, that's a story for another day.
It is.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Listen, I know everybody, you know, when you come on this podcast, the first thing you expect to hear is us talking about a little bit of Smash. But I got to be honest with you, this past weekend, whatever, it's been drier than a date with a Mormon girl, okay? It ain't hitting, and neither are you. That's true.
Okay,
but how's that not true?
Oh, with Smash, yeah, but there is one subject that I actually do want to talk about. Did you guys see what's going on with Reddit?
No.
I heard about it. Why don't you elaborate?
I don't know the full exact story, but long story short, they're going through some changes on Reddit, and the changes are not really warranted because it's costing people a lot of money. And so all the mods on Reddit, or the people who like run each Reddit, most of them have privated their Reddits so nobody else could access them. So if you go on Reddit and you try going on like a couple like Reddits like R Connecticut or something like that, they'll be private and you can't go on them. So Reddit's pretty much like really shut down right now. There's a bunch of stuff that you can go on, but like there's also like way more that you can't go on.
Can I ask you a question? Did Smash Reddit participate in this blackout or whatever?
Yo, let's find out. Hold up.
I'm actually very curious.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What is the Smash? I don't use
Reddit. r/Smash Bros. r/Smash Bros.
Yeah, I'll look right now. Knowing Smash Bros, they did it. Oh, they did.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, that seems like just something those gyms would jump on in a heartbeat. You kidding me?
Yeah, no, they're pretty much on it. Oh, you can't see that, but yeah, they're on it. It's privated.
Okay.
Yeah, well, actually, Charlie made a video about that as well. So yeah, a lot of Reddits are privated right now, and I don't know how long that's gonna be, but it's pretty effective.
So I'm reading that apparently it's because third-party apps are basically going away, so everyone is privating their stuff. Okay. So
third-party apps, like what kind of like?
I guess like maybe they're saying like they want you to have the official Reddit app to access everything. So like doing it via third party, like a Safari app or whatever, is no longer. Right. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Reddit's not important enough for me to really care about this subject. I think it's stupid. Like let people access it how they want, but I don't really care. Like I appreciate Reddit because sometimes I'll be able to read Reddit threads on our podcast, and I love our fans and the interaction there. That's awesome. But Reddit as a whole, it's kind of like Facebook. It's not really a part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really miss anything when it comes to Reddit.
Reddit's pretty big for a good amount of people. It's
sure,
actually really,
I agree.
Yeah, it's a really popular website. And as far as I'm concerned, this isn't, from what I know, this isn't a bad thing. This is a good thing about Reddit. And like they're protesting for the sake of Reddit, basically. Like this is just like companies, one of those things companies trying to do too much, and it's like actually fucking over their community. So there's actually like a good protest.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm not really sure like how long this is gonna last, but I know Reddit actually is very big for, especially a lot of like, obviously everything, but like it's very important for a lot of gaming communities because it's where people go to for a lot of help and stuff. So even though I don't really use it as much, the fact that a lot of people, I guess, aren't really able to access it the way that they usually were able to access it, because I'm not really subscribed to any Reddit pages. So like if you had to be subscribed to still be able to access it now, I don't know if that's how it works. That kind of sucks for the people that weren't subscribed already, so they can't really access the pages.
All I know is I don't know how long the protest is going to last, but I don't know. It was something very interesting to bring up, the fact that things have been privatized, because I feel like you realize how much you use it once you do try to go on and something is privated. Because I don't use Reddit a lot, or at least I don't think so. But I tried going on like multiple different Reddits before finding out about this, and then I looked up about it, and it's just a very big thing that's going on right now.
Yeah, I just
now I know what you're talking about, because I was definitely like, because whenever I look up something, like I was like, sometimes I'd be just looking up like questions for like, how am I supposed to fix something, or like some like computer problem that I'm having, and I was having a computer problem earlier, and I try to click it. I usually type problem Reddit because someone's always there to help me, and I clicked it and it said this Reddit's private. So now I know what you're talking about. I guess that's what's happening.
Yeah, man, Reddit's low key pretty goated, honestly. You just kind of casually use it and don't realize you're using it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see where it would be helpful. I see the Smash one is no longer private. Apparently, they went down from the 12th to the 14th. So, real 2-day tough stand everybody took there. I tell you what, if they did that for slavery, nigga, we'd still be picking, not talking. But nonetheless, you know, there are alternatives when you think about. Well, how come nobody uses 4chan anymore? Is that not a thing? Is that not hip anymore? Or Tumblr? Are those not things anymore?
You don't know what 4chan is?
What the hell is 4chan?
Are you kidding me?
4chan is literally like where everybody basically got like 90% of their Smash leaks.
Okay, how long ago were people using 4chan?
I mean, people still kind of use it now.
How long ago were people really using it?
I haven't been on it in like a decade. I'll say that.
Yeah, I was going to say like 10 years ago.
You guys have to comprehend that up until Smash 4, where people were like, you need Twitter and social media to like keep up with Smash. I did not like social media. I did not care about it. The only thing I had was Kick, like the messaging app. That's all I had. I never had any social media, and it's only because of this shitty game that I have it now. So I don't know anything you guys are talking about.
So you're never on like GeoCities?
No, I lived in the real world, bro.
What is that?
I might be dating myself. Let's move on.
I would play MMOs, bro. Like, that's about it. That's as much as you were giving off me. Catch me on a Venture Quest world or some shit. Maple Story.
Yo, Dragon Quest, bro. Dragon Fable, that shit was fucking lit, bro.
But you guys ever play Adventure Quest Worlds? That game was crazy, bro.
That game was crazy, bro. But bro, 4chan was literally where the Sora leak happened. That's where that leak happened. Someone was on 4chan and said like, yeah, there is Disney music rights put into the game, so like expect Sora to happen on like October 17th, the exact day that it happened. So,
bro,
whenever the new Smash game comes out, or the Smash Ultimate Deluxe, is what I think it's gonna be, you're gonna have to start using 4chan again, bro.
You're back in the day, Phil. You're still playing like Pop Tropica. Like,
he's on Penguin, baby.
Do you know what Pop Tropica is, Phil?
Is that a mobile game? Is it like Angry Birds?
No. That's like one of those like community games that like you would play in like your school computer lab. That's where I always played that shit, bro.
That's where I played it too, bro. I still know my Pop Tropica, bro. My username's East Pole 2.
East Pole 2? What? Sounds like a stripper name. What the heck?
Oh, that's a fun stuff to talk about. Can we talk about how games were just way better back in the day? Like, games just suck now for the most part.
Oh, games suck these days because half of them are always trying to just push something stupid. Like, you need to understand this specific point. You don't get to explore and form your own logic and conclusions. We're just gonna hold your hand with everything. No, get the hell out of the way. Let me explore and figure things out and come to my own conclusions. You know what I'm saying? People think EE's not a gamer. I used to be, and then the games went to shit.
Bro, the games this year have been pretty good, though. I think
games not bad. Zelda, Street Fighter, like, you got some bangers coming out.
Bro, Blue Protocol just came out yesterday.
What?
The Japanese version just came out.
I'm Japanese.
Yeah, I am too.
I love a cola.
What the heck?
Blue Protocol is an MMO. I feel like MMOs were a lot more popular back in the day.
Oh my God. Is that like, hold on, I have a question because I watched Summer Games Fest or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell is this obsession with Final Fantasy? Why is there always a remake or a new game coming out? That shit is so boring. Oh my God, bro. Like, I'm sorry, they've just wrung this rock out. Okay, I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. Final Fantasy. When's the finale, Nick? When is it over?
Oh wait, what do you not like about Final Fantasy?
It's just, I don't know, bro. It's just oversaturated. It seems like every time someone's talking about Final Fantasy, it's the same damn game. It's always Cloud and Sephiroth, and they're cool characters.
No, it's not.
But what do you mean, bro? The last 3 announcements I've seen about Final Fantasy have had Cloud and Sephiroth in them. Where's somebody new? What happened to that nigga Titus with that big ass sword? Where he at? Where Titus been?
They're coming out with a new Final Fantasy game in like 2 weeks. It has nothing to do with those characters.
Bro, literally every Final Fantasy game basically has like a new cast. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There's only one Final Fantasy with Cloud in it.
It's Final Fantasy 7.
Okay, and they remade it.
Cloud is in more Kingdom Hearts games than he is in Final Fantasy.
Wait, then how come on Summer Games Fest I literally saw Cloud and the black guy with the gun on his hand and Tifa doing stuff?
Probably for DLC or maybe
no. It's because they're coming out with the second part for Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Remake.
Of course, part 2. We can't let it die. We can't let it rest.
What's it done? What is your problem? What is your hate butter? Yeah, you know what's crazy? If you actually played Final Fantasy, you'd probably hate Cloud even more. Like, people who play Final Fantasy 7 kind of realize that Cloud is like, his whole personality is actually just another person. Like, he's supposed to be Zack. And Zack's a different character. So you'd probably hate Cloud. Yeah, Zack is basically who Cloud is trying to be the entire game.
He hates Final Fantasy. He don't even know what the fuck
you're
talking
about. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. For example, a joke that me and my friends use is we call Cloud not Zack. Like, that's usually what we refer to him as.
Not Zack.
EE just wants the Final Fantasy to finally happen.
That's true, man. I just don't get it. You saying there's a new game out? I'll keep an eye out for that trailer, and we'll see. Wink, wink. If it's actually new, okay?
Fun fact: Final Fantasy actually has one of the most popular MMOs to exist.
Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. Since we were on that topic.
And who did that game star?
It's an MMO. It's not like that. It's your own character, and then there's a storyline. You know.
So it's starring you, actually. You're the main character.
It's starring Phil, EEvisu, and frankly, I'm tired of that nigga.
The closest you gonna get to Phil in a video game is that new Spider-Man joint. That looked pretty good. That Spider-Man game that they announced showed some gameplay for that. That looked pretty good.
I've been on a huge Spider-Man wave lately. Like, I've been going through some segments of what I've been doing. Like, I was in my Rocky Balboa era. Those movies are great. Then I went to Star Wars, and now I'm on Spider-Man. I've been watching the cartoons. I just started the game because the second one's coming out.
Damn.
The game is amazing. That is a really good game, so I can't wait for the second one. And then, did you guys watch Spider-Verse yet?
I actually watched it like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah, I watched it. It was all right.
You know what's crazy? I wanted to do that. I wanted to leave the call. The only reason I didn't leave the call was because I was like, can we do that on the podcast?
I mean, look, here's my thing with Spider-Verse, okay? Let me talk. Let me talk, okay? It was a good movie. I'm not saying it wasn't a good movie. But my standard you have to understand, for me, that animation style, I wasn't the biggest fan of the animation style. That's just me. I wasn't a big fan of the Snow Bunny arc at the beginning of it telling her tale. How about something about, one of the characters actually mattered, like the Miguel guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been a good.
Stacy matters.
She's there. Okay, she's there. But let's be honest. Like, she's a plot device. She's a plot device for Miles, who, by the way, can't decide if he's black or Hispanic. I don't know what that is. Okay.
Both.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, gotcha.
Black and Puerto Rican.
Okay, so they're dipping their toes in all the lakes around the boroughs over there. Gotcha. Okay.
Bro, First of all, do you know anything about Gwen Stacy?
Yes, actually. I'm a comic. That's why I'm so harsh on this. I'm a comic book buff.
What do you know about Gwen Stacy?
She white.
Do you happen to know that in every iteration of Gwen Stacy, when she's just normal Gwen Stacy, that she's fated to die?
Yes.
So it's pretty fucking interesting when we get some actual story on her that's not her dying.
Yeah, but
you're complaining about that.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, the start was slow. The battling back is a little bit of pandering in that movie too. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Now, I thought the final act for the film was fantastic. Great build up, suspenseful. I was actually upset when it ended on that cliffhanger. They did a great job on that final act for sure. But the beginning of it just dragged. Like, let's just keep it real.
They did not.
Why would you not like the animation style? That shit was
amazing.
It was way better than
Have you seen Young Justice? Have you seen Justice League?
Wait, Young Justice? Did you finish Young Justice?
I did.
It's so good. I will not.
Yeah, Young Justice is.
But that's not how Spider-Verse is supposed to be. It's a comic. It's like a comic strip, like real life. Like, it's not supposed to be like a normal animation. It's almost like art, like live art. That's how it's supposed to be.
I gave it a solid 7.5 or 8 out of 10.
That is the best Spider-Man movie to come out.
Are you talking about like including the IRL ones too?
All of them. That is the best Spider-Man movie to come out.
You're high right now.
No, I am not.
You're high.
You're
no Johns on your shirt, but plenty of weed in your system, because there's no way you just said that.
Never smoked a day in my life, you pothead. What's the best movie in your opinion?
The best Spider-Man?
Yes.
Spider-Man 2, the original.
That's a pretty good movie, and that's usually what people say. I still disagree with that. It's a really good movie, but come on, bro. The suspense in this movie, the art style that you hate, Gwen Stacy's awesome. You're mad that they did one movie about black culture and the other one about Puerto Rican culture. How much do you want?
No, I'm not mad about that. Whoa, I just made a simple comment about them, flip-flop and not sure where we're going to be. Like I said, it will get my money. I will go see part 2 when it comes out. No doubt about that. But I mean, I wasn't just gushing over it like everybody else,
How did you feel about Miguel?
Miguel? I thought Miguel was an idiot. Why would you tell him that's going to happen? You could have just said nothing and give him some busy work. But I guess the plot needed it to happen, so,
I think Miguel was, like, such a bitch. Like,
he's a gem.
He's definitely a gem. Can we talk about how his whole villain origin story is just based off a world that wasn't his? You ever think about that?
Well, I mean, that's fair, I guess. Cosmos, what did you think? You haven't said anything.
I thought the movie was incredible. I'm so upset that you are like downplaying the art style, because first of all, it was way better than the last one. It gave me the same feeling that I had when I watched Arcane for the first time. Like, the art style was so unique, and it played into like the parts of the story and the point of the story perfectly. So that I was tearing up a lot of the time because of how beautiful it looked. I'm honestly offended. That's why I left the call.
Yeah, man. I'm also, just to get on Miguel real quick. Imagine complaining because you stole your own life and you fucked it up. Just saying. Miguel's kind of a dickhead.
I would say that he definitely had some head scratching moments for sure. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I thought it was pretty good too. You know what I'm saying?
I hate you.
It didn't blow me away, but it wasn't too bad. But I do want to talk about something that has blown me away a little bit, okay? And you guys can probably attest to this. I think you've been playing as well. Street Fighter 6. This game is amazing. And I have to confess, I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, because I did not enjoy 5 that much. I would watch it, just to watch it at Evos and stuff like that. But holy crap, Street Fighter 6 is actually that crack right now. Have you guys been playing it? I'm curious about your first impressions.
You can go first, Cosmos.
Are you playing it live or no?
No, I have a reason why, but you could go first.
I think, so I basically recently just started playing the game, like a day or two ago. And I played a little bit on, what day is it? Wednesday? I played a little bit on Monday, and then I played a couple hours yesterday. And the game is really, really fun. It's really, really fun. It looks very beautiful. Like the The graphics are very beautiful. It has a lot of hot garbage in the game. Like, I mean, that's kind of just like how every fighting game is.
It has a lot of what?
Your mic
garbage.
Sucks so much.
My mic sounds better.
Just go. Just talk. Just
okay.
No. Put it back. Put it back.
Okay, it's back. Out of Mexico, baby.
Right,
I can tell.
Anyway, the game has a lot of bullshit. The new mechanics like drive-in pack and like just.
Which was the drive-in pack?
It's the colorful one.
The burst of colors.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
The colorful one.
The one that people are using like it's a counter hit?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay. So go on.
So that's like, it's like basically like a counter hit, and it's like, it's super reactable, but like if you're just using it on like wake up, sometimes whenever they're trying to like do a heavy attack, it can be very bullshit, and it basically takes away over half your bar if you get hit by it. And then there's also, it's just also very, I don't know about other Street Fighter games because this is actually my very first Street Fighter game, but it's very, very grab heavy. And if you don't know how to deal with, if you don't know how to deal with grab, you're basically going to get fucked. And if you're playing against a grappler, especially a grappler that does a lot of damage with grabs, you're going to get super fucked if you don't know how to deal with grabs. So that's basically what I'm kind of dealing with right now. But other than that, the game is really, really fun. But I played for a couple of hours. I have some Street Fighter friends that say that Street Fighter is way harder than Smash, and Smash is like for babies, and like all the mechanics in Smash are very stupid. But I played Street Fighter. This is my very first Street Fighter game, and I played Street Fighter for 3 hours, and I ended up in plat 1. So I don't know if that was like average or high, but I definitely could not do anything like that in Smash when I first started playing Smash. But I do have like background more with fighting games because I played fighters and I play Smash more competitively now. But the game definitely feels like it's not. There's a lot of intricate things to it, but comparing it to Smash, I feel offended whenever people say that Street Fighter is a lot more difficult than Smash.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's a common thing you're going to go through. I like Street Fighter a lot. I'm not playing 6 because I've watched a shit ton of 6. I love how this game looks. I want to play it really bad. I want to main Ken. I want to so bad. But I'm restraining myself because I want to focus on Smash. That's what's important to me. And I got to stay focused. I do kind of want to, like, I thought about thinking, like, just going competitive, like, partly with Street Fighter. I think I could do it to some extent and, like, get better doing it. I didn't play 5. I didn't really enjoy 5. I enjoyed 4 a lot. The game looks so beautiful watching 6. It's so fun to watch.
It is.
I watch a lot of Daigo because Daigo plays Ken, who I would made, and it's just really fun to watch that. But I also have a similar background where I got good at fighters. After time, I became the best in Connecticut in fighters as well for Dragon Ball, and I only did that because people do the same thing in every fighting game. Everybody likes to say Smash is way easier compared to like X game.
Yep.
But there are multiple people who play Smash that like Street Fighter players, Mortal Kombat players, they'll play Smash and then they don't do nearly as good. They don't get better. I mean, Sonic Fox tried picking up Smash before, you know?
Oh yeah, him versus Zero. I remember that legendary thing that never actually happened.
Yeah, so like it's not easy to get good at Smash, obviously. It's not easy to get good at their games either. It's just two different worlds, you know? But there are some similarities that transfer over. I'd actually argue that some stuff transfers over from Smash to fighting games easier than it does from fighting games to Smash. Because Smash is just so free flow compared to a lot of fighting games, you know? But yeah, I really do want to play it. I feel like I shouldn't.
The main reason why I'm playing it, honestly, is because I don't know if I said this before, but I just am really tired of Void playing every game and being very good at it, and me just being worse than him at every other game that's not Smash. So I'm like, I have to play another game and at least try to be as good as him.
I don't think me and Void have ever played the same game as each other other than Fighters. Yeah, I was gonna say other than Fighters, and he was better than me at the time period we played. I played a lot more after, and I really would have loved to play him, especially during the quarantine. During the quarantine, I played a shit ton of Fighters, and I got a lot better. Switched my whole team up. I really did enjoy that game. Who are your favorite Street Fighter characters?
I'm playing Cammy, but I think
Good choice.
Kimberly. I think Kimberly is like one of the most visually appealing characters.
I'm talking like, is that your favorite in the game or like in all of Street Fighter?
I mean, I barely played any other Street Fighters, so I don't really know all the characters. Yeah.
My favorite characters are easily Ryuken, but then Sakura and Makoto. I really hope either Sakura or Makoto make it into Street Fighter 6. I love those characters.
I gotta look them up.
I am definitely. I'm playing Luke right now. That's who I'm learning the game with, and I just think Luke's generally like a dope character. So I'm definitely a fan of him. All-time favorites though, definitely got to give it up to like Akuma, who I think they just confirmed his DLC, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think Chun-Li, for obvious reasons.
Those are good characters. That's the thing. Street Fighter has so many good characters.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy they came out with a new game, and man, do I want to play it.
You need to focus on Smash. But, you know, I'm surprised you're not actually, like, playing it now, because, like, you're not going to any Smash. When's the next Smash event you're going to?
I'm not sure. Probably Gommel, but, like, I still need to practice. Like, since I've been in Connecticut, I've been to 2 tournaments already, and I've gotten good training in because I have people like Pelka and Ling Ling who go to these tournaments as well. So I get pretty good practice in.
You're going to need better practice than that if you want to win a national. No offense to them.
Hey, man, you say that, but those are the same people who got me to the level that I was at.
Okay.
Like, I'm not like these other... Nah, I'm not like these other... Me and Mars don't play nearly as much as people think we played. I didn't get better going and, like, always playing top players or playing Wi-Fi with top players. I got better going to my weekly every week, staying consistent, and then when I go to majors, I'll grind there too. Like, you don't always have to play with someone, like, that's on your level to get better. Honestly... That's probably the least thing I did in my career. It's just an excuse for people, honestly.
I wasn't even trying to hold on. I wasn't even trying to make it seem like Ling or Pelka aren't good. I know they're very talented. I just meant like a variety of people. I felt like is really good for your training. But if that doesn't matter.
Connecticut does have a good amount of people who are good at different things. Like, we have a really good Mega Man and stuff like that. Like, I can say this with full confidence. There are a lot of states that just have sucky players. Mm-hmm. I have at least 5 people in Connecticut that if they were living in a different state, they'd be number 1 in that state.
Okay.
For a good example, Hawk. Hawk was from Connecticut, and Hawk is like in South Virginia right now or some shit like that. He's number 1 in South Virginia. And he just came back for a weekly just a couple days ago because he was here to see his family and stuff like that. He got 4th. He got like 4th or 5th, but he's number 1 over there. Like, it's just how it is. I know he's not far from Cosmos's area or something like that, because I know he'd be like losing to like Icy Miss and stuff.
Oh, so probably like Pennsylvania, around the area.
He lives like an hour and a half, I think, from like that area or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Like you said, you don't have to be playing against other really good players to stay at a consistent level or get better. And honestly, it's kind of a thing whenever you are a top player, you have to figure out how you can play against players that are worse than you and still get better, because whenever you're a top player, there's only so many players that are better than you. If there's even are players that are better than you. Because honestly, like when you're a top player, most top players are basically around, like at the top level, they're basically around the similar skill level. And then like, cause there's like basically tiers. So like if an A tier player or an S tier player were to play each other, there might be like 5 or 10 or 15 S tier players, and then like players that are worse than you. So you kind of have to figure out how you can play players that are worse than you and still figure out how you can get better and like work with that, because there's only so many players that are around your area. And especially a player like me, that's basically the best in Ohio. We don't have that many threats. Like Connecticut is probably a stronger region than Ohio. There's definitely a lot of stronger states than Ohio. But I still go to locals, and like I still get a lot of good practice whenever I go to locals and have a lot of people that come over locally. But that is also one of the reasons why I'm in Mexico now, is because there's a lot of strong players in Mexico. Like probably next week or the week after, I'll be going to Mexico City to try to practice with like Leo and Big Boss and like the old like Mexican team over there.
How long are you staying in Mexico?
I'm here until July 2nd.
Listen,
just
nigga.
Move out, bro.
You have one mission for next week.
Get a better mic.
buy a Blue Yeti or something. Just I don't buy heads. I don't care. Just get a different. If you're gonna be on this Mexico tour, Viva La Raza, my guy. That's fine. But please, at some point, let's work on this. Got Scuba Steve over here.
We're gonna buy it, and it's gonna be sponsored by EE. I appreciate it.
Listen, I'm working on that,
bro. No, but yeah, I've never personally struggled with the like learning how to translate, because I guess that's just how I got good. So I've been doing it for so long. But yeah, playing lower level, playing the game in general versus real people is what will help you get good at the game. It's up to you to theory craft and come up with every other step. You know.
I feel that. I mean, that's decent. Now, another question on the Street Fighter tip, though, before we completely transition out of that. So I've seen a lot of interest from players wanting to play it seriously, most notably Riddles. What do you think any of the Smash players' chances are of competing well and maybe even having similar results to their good results in Smash that they could have in Street Fighter? You think it's possible?
Nope.
What?
Damn.
Huh? What?
I'm sorry. So what exactly was the question?
I'm just asking, like, could a Riddles who does well in Smash, could he have those kind of results in Street Fighter as well? Do you think it's possible?
Like, do you do you mean like how Riddles won Collision?
Could Riddles ever top 8 CEO or Evo?
The reason I say no isn't because I'm doubting his skill. I think he is a Smash player, and Smash players just always stay very committed to Smash, because it just takes one bad result for you to be like, okay, let me stop fucking with this game. Let me let me start fucking with Smash again, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah, I think Riddles will have priorities in Smash more. Unless he just, you know, maybe he goes full Street Fighter. But even then, I think Street Fighter is one of the hardest games to do that in, because Street Fighter has a bunch of people who have been playing the game for a very long time. And of course, this game has changed, but the core fundamentals of the game are always the same for Street Fighter. And there are a lot of people in that game that, like, I don't know, they just know too much, man. Another thing is Street Fighter is like so mind-boggling to me, because when you think about it, a big part of Street Fighter is neutral, right? And you know, you could have a really good neutral and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, so many people have gotten so good at neutral because they've been playing it for so long. It just mind boggles me how some people consistently get top 8 in that game.
I would say, I mean, like, it's just years of practice, man. Like, you know, now somebody made the point too. They're like, oh, well, Leffen's done it. Like, and I give him credit, like, to a lesser extent. He's like kind of like Void. Like, you know, some people just clicks with certain games, and you know, they have a history and they just apply themselves enough and they get good results. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would personally say I think it is possible, but I think for like Riddles or Void or whoever, like, you have to do it like, you know, full focus. Like, you can't be balancing another game. Like, you have to go all in, and it's not going to be overnight.
That's the thing about Leffen, though. When Leffen was like getting good at certain games, he would like full on drop melee for time.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
Like, I don't think Riddles would do that, or I don't see Riddles doing that. Especially like, I'm pretty sure he still enjoys Smash very much. So I just don't see that happening. You know?
Yeah.
Like, even when I got good at fighters, I dropped Smash for like a good amount of time.
Yeah, me too. Actually, like, when I got good at fighters, I basically stopped playing Smash for like 3 or 4 weeks. But even for someone like Void, like, he never really fully drops a game. He'll play, like, whenever he was playing Guilty Gear, he played Guilty Gear a lot, but then like there were still times where he would have some streams where he played like Smash for like a day or two for like 2 or 3 hours. So I don't even see Void fully committing to Street Fighter. And this kind of game, like, with the circuit that it has now, you basically have to fully commit, because people are going to literally no-life that game for the $1 million prize.
Big money. We love to see it. We love to see it. You know, I would have asked and got his actual thoughts on the episode, Riddles, but he didn't reply to my DM, so we weren't able to get him on the show. But that's why DeBuzz is our favorite Liquid player. But anyway, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens in regards to that. So, keeping with the Smash theme, though, like you did ask before we even really started this, is what's happening this weekend. Only thing I can think of is Wavedash. I know Leo's going to that.
Sonix
is going to that. Chase is going to that. There was a chance I know for Tweak to attend, but Tweak would only go if Spargo attended. Spargo's not going, so that means no Tweak. Therefore, no Light as a byproduct too, because it's not worth it for him to just fly over just to get a rematch against Chase. So, I mean, Sonix or MKLeo is probably going to clear that tournament, but any expectations for it?
Exactly
what happened to Riddles going? Because I swear he was signed up for it.
I didn't. When I saw a seating list, I didn't see his name on there, so I don't know.
I think he was originally signed
Again,
up.
I'd love to ask him. No.
He's not blocked, man.
Isn't that crazy how that works? If this player goes, this player will go. And if that player goes, then this player will go. And if that player goes, then this player will go. It really is accurate because a lot of us really are just following the competition at this point.
Yeah.
You know, we just want to be better and like the best of the best.
And especially when there's not really like a pop bonus. Like I don't think Wavedash really has a pop bonus or anything that's happening. So it's kind of just like, I feel like for someone like Leo or Sonix, it's kind of just like a tournament to keep yourself in check and in practice and to get a little bit better and stay used to the tournament environment. So it's not really going to be a big crazy tournament, but I will tune in for grand finals if it's Sonix against Leo, because Sonix always has a chance to beat Leo, and it's always like he should beat Leo the last like 2 or 3 times they played.
Yeah, I think it's also really close to them, so it's like if me and Cosmos went to CEO, you know, like we would just, because you know it'd be a bigger event, like, and it's nearby, but like it's not nearby me, so I'm not fucking going to that for just Leo.
And it's Florida, so fuck CEO. I hate Florida.
What's so bad about Florida? They got good food and good weather.
I don't even have to answer that question. You know what's so bad about Florida.
Hey, man.
Do they still do 2 out of 3s like on all their matches?
I think for CEO it might be top 32 is best of 5, because I think that's what it was last year. I'm not exactly sure, but I know at some point they changed it because it was usually top 8 was specified, but they definitely changed it at some point because the last CEO or the last CEO was not like that. But I don't know what it is for this CEO.
I don't know either. I mean, last year's CEO was actually, so CEO is very interesting. And I love Bailey. There's no hate there or nothing like that. Don't get it twisted. But he definitely don't like to spend no money on Smash. You know what I'm saying? That's why I enjoyed it last year, because I was able to go as a member of the Panda Circuit. You know what I'm saying? That's why Smash kind of like sucks this year, bro. Like there's no circuits at all. Like this whole month is like kind of dry. Like, yeah, Wavedash should be cool, but it's just a 15 freaking minute drive. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I don't know why it's being streamed on HBox's channel. Like that's cool, I guess. That's just that's new. Same with CEO. They're gonna use this channel too. I'm hoping that these events are. I'm hoping it's a mutually beneficial exchange between there, because that would be awesome. And then like there's like 13 or 14 different commentators. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like there's so much weird shit that just goes on in events sometimes lately. I just don't even know what's going on. But Smash just in general, it's just this month kind of sucks because this month's just dry. You know what I mean? Like I know at least in July we have Gommel to look forward to. Wavedash is going to be fun, but it doesn't have like a whole bunch of names. But it'll be a good event for sure. But I don't know. I missed last year. It was like back to back. Everything was like cooking and popping, and it was just like kind of like
it was easier
dragging
to stay
by
up.
now. Yeah, it's like,
it was a lot easier to stay up to it. I was gonna say, what's going on with this HBox monopoly we have?
That's what I'm saying, bro. What's going on? You said Wavedash is on HBox's channel?
Yep, and so is CEO.
Why is CEO on HBox's channel?
Hey,
because maybe VG or BTS was charging, and maybe HBox was like, I just want the views.
I hope to God HBox don't get canceled next, because that'd be another monopoly gone.
If HBox goes down, just pack it all up, man. Just pack it on up. You see that box behind your light? Pack it up.
I don't think he'll fit. I just don't get, like, and no disrespect to HBox. I genuinely am curious of what the fuck's going on, where like everything is going to like HBox. It's really weird. But I don't know. Get your bag, man.
He's just networking God.
He's back. Void sighting. He's back.
I miss y'all.
There it is. He said he missed y'all. Y'all should have came to Wavedash.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
He definitely don't.
He definitely don't.
Too.
Yeah, he's definitely the prime ghoster.
Wait, somebody in the chat, I don't really like to read chat, but somebody said on another podcast, you said it's a good thing that there aren't that many majors now. I said that. Maybe not like, we don't need a major every single week. Okay, but we also don't need to go like a month or to a month and a half between majors. Like that. And if I said that, guess what? I retract that statement. I'm bored. Let's get some shit. I'm bored.
I'm not getting paid.
We're also very bipolar. Like 1 minute we're like, there's too much shit going on. The next minute it's like, bro, where the fuck are the events?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, for me, I'm okay with it because there was so much. Like, obviously, like you didn't go to Japan in April, so there weren't many things happening in April for you. And then May was very busy. So it's like now it's like April again because June is not really busy because it's not like there's things going on in Japan either. To my knowledge, I think there is a Japanese tournament going on sometime this month. But no one from America that I know of is going to that. But next month is going to be like a pretty busy month, at least towards the end of it, because I know Gommel is first, and that's going to be a pretty big tournament. And then I know a lot of big names are going to Smash Factor the week after that. Because that's gonna have like Leo, Spargo, and Gluto, and a lot of Japanese players too.
That'll be lit.
And then,
Is Tweak going?
Yeah, Tweak is also going. So that's gonna be really big. And then like the week after that's Evo, so that's gonna be a big Street Fighter tournament, obviously, and like other fighting games too. And then the week after that's SmashCon, and then there's a lot of tournaments going on in August too for Smash. So it's kind of like this is our only break until tournaments pick up again for a while, because I feel like tournaments are going to be happening for a really long time after this.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds about right. I just feel like the way it goes for me, I'll go to like 3 tournaments in a row, and I'm like, oh my god, I need a fucking break. And then a weekend passes by, and I'm like, where are the Smash tournaments at, bro? What's going on? This is kind of my job.
I think that's kind of where I am. I'm not trying to be like wishy-washy, but yeah, it just feels like I don't know. It just I'm the prisoner of comparing last year to this year, and it's just not even close, but it is what it is. I did see that, you know, I don't know if this will lead to any kind of like invitational revival consistently, but I did see Ludwig's like off-brand company or whatever, like they picked up like a lot of the BTS staff, which I thought was really cool. So they all got like positions and stuff like that. A lot of the staff. I don't know if it was all of them, and then he did announce like the return of the Ludwig Melee invitational thing or whatever. It's in July. So, or tournament, whatever it is. So, I mean, that's like a indication that, you know, he could, I know him and Charlie are probably legitimately cooking something up. So maybe that could be like the start of something cool. That could be like a reoccurring thing. It's fun to speculate on shit like that. We don't actually know anything, but you know, it's good to know. I will say this though. Hold on. I will say this with the whole, you know, Ludwig thing or the off-brand. Like I know it's gonna be one of those things where they do a content with like, you know, your favorite creators and stuff like that. Put some new blood into some of this shit, okay? I like a lot of these creators, but I feel like so many times the same people doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I want some new blood interjected, okay? Put my black ass in something. Cutie Cinderella, you do that bacon shit. Nick, I can cook, Nick. Are you kidding me? And guess what? I know where all the seasonings are, baby. Holla at your boy. I know what somebody's gonna say. Oh, the last time you were on a show, you cheated a little bit. What I'm gonna do? Carry a whole baked cake in my damn pants and plop it up and say I baked it? No, shut the fuck up. Okay? I want to cook something. Let me cook. Tired of just watching. Plug us in.
Personally, I think you would just bring your mom, but you know.
Oh, she's a great cook.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Last time, I could just imagine him on the game show. He's like, have it ready.
I'm glad that bleeped out because I don't know what you were about to say. What the heck? You better calm down. I said, you better calm down. Moving along.
Well, actually, before we move along, I think the only thing I want to mention is that, like, I didn't know that Ludwig sponsored a lot of the BTS staff, so it would be very cool if, like,
awesome.
Ludwig or, like, I guess Ludwig and Charlie or Moist in general did, like, something like a summit thing, like brought it back with the BTS staff, like, working on it. I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know where it would happen because they probably don't have, like, the BTS studio anymore. I don't know if they're going to buy that, too, and just sort of just be a thing again. But yeah, that's definitely very cool, and I'm very happy that he's still always supporting not just the Smash community, but like and the players, but like everybody that was like connected in the inside of it.
Apparently, they got the studio too, so
really,
it's right there, like 40 minutes from where we are. 40 minutes, Lud. Hit the DMs, man. Hit them. That game on. I did want to hit one last topic though before I let you two escape, and it is well, you know, we can't have an episode without a controversial topic, and it don't get much more controversial than this. Have you guys been keeping up with this NICKMERCS story?
Yeah,
I heard a little bit about it.
Dude, this is, I feel like this is like a next event for like the line in the sand being drawn from people who are just saying, we have something to say and now we're going to make you listen. And it seems like that form of doing that is like trying to ratio every single post that has something positive to say about like pride or something like that. Let me tell you something, okay? You can think how you want to think. There's not, you know, that's your business or whatever. But there always has to be a level of respect. And I feel like so much of that just gets lost. And people use this as an excuse to either attack others in a very negative way. And there's a lot of words that get thrown around that makes me very uncomfortable. I don't think people realize the seriousness of accusing anybody, let alone any group of people, of being like groomers or like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a really heavy word. That's a heavy ass word. You know what I'm saying?
Was that used in a NICKMERCS situation?
No, I'm just saying like the byproduct that's coming out of it. You know what I'm saying? I think all of this could have been avoided if what Nick had initially tweeted, if he had just clarified exactly what he was saying when he eventually like tried to clarify like a day or so later or whatever. But good God almighty, it has been a war zone on Twitter. And I just feel like it's just, can't we all just hold hands and sing a song? Can't we? Yeah. Why does everybody want to be so angry and negative? I don't care what side you're on. My point is like, good Lord, what can we just spread some positivity? Can we have constructive conversations without attacking one another?
It's just not possible. What are you talking about?
Trifling.
I can't believe Call of Duty took his skin out the game.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That was the main thing that I heard about. And the reason why I specifically heard about that was because I saw that Tim the Tatman made a tweet saying like, this is fucked up. Take my skin out if you're going to take his skin out. So I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was crazy, right? I was like, huh? Like, that was like, I mean, listen.
Homie alert.
Homie alert. And, you know, and Dr. Disrespect was very vocal about it too. I was just like super surprised. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with celebrating diversity, you know what I'm saying? But like everyone doesn't always acknowledge the significance that it could mean to certain people, and therefore you get all these fights that just come out of nowhere. Now, I admit, like, if something's making somebody uncomfortable, that should be respected too. I don't think that's a bold statement to make. But I think the way that some people present it is just, it just comes out the wrong way. It just leads to all kinds of crazy fights. And at the end of the day, I'm just like, damn, bro, I'd love to get on this app and not feel like I'm like scrolling through a war zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I get some, I'm here to get some interesting takes and see some funny videos. But I'm telling you, bro, the retweets and all this other stuff I keep seeing, I'm just like, good Lord, people, what is going on? It's great.
Twitter is just nudes and nonsense, Phil. It's just nudes and nonsense.
And sometimes memes.
And sometimes memes, yeah.
Nudes, nonsense, and memes. I like that.
I'll say this. NICKMERCS and Tim the Tatman are probably my favorite, some of my favorite content creators. They are the people who do what, if I was a streamer, what I would want to be doing. I love them just getting on with the boys every day and just having a good time and like interacting with chat together and just playing Warzone. I would do that with Apex. I truly love the way they stream. I love their videos. Those two are like specific. I don't watch content. I don't watch streams like that. But if I do, it will probably be one of those two. I think those two are funny as hell. So it's crazy that they were in this situation, you know?
Yeah. I agree with that. My favorites were NICKMERCS and Daquan, but I don't know what the fuck happened to
Daquan had a lot going on, you know, health stuff and then other stuff too. I love Daquan too. I still quote him till this day.
Daquan's a legend.
What do you mean, brother?
He's a legend.
What do you mean?
Really is a legend.
I watch I used to watch I like Doc. I used to watch more of his stuff when he did more PUBG. Like I'll tune in every now and then just to get a laugh or whatever. But it is crazy to me It's not even like, I don't even want to say like this is the hill you're dying on or whatever. I'm just surprised it actually got to this point. Skins being removed, like upticks in like and this is like, and there could be fault on all sides, but I'm talking about like the people who are like blatantly like attacking people on Twitter, like regardless of your side. Like everybody just needs to take a chill pill. Cause my thing is like, you probably wouldn't have these kind of aggressive conversations in person, you know what I'm saying? So why not just try it? And I know it's asking a lot, and I know it's probably never gonna happen, but I'm just saying, bro, like it's when you have people who believe one thing and people who believe another thing and it clashes like that, it's just like, damn, bro. That's why I'm glad I got a podcast where I can just be my black ass and we just chat about shit. That's it. Because that's all we do in chat. We're just observers. Think of us as the watchers in Marvel, okay? Before they butcher them too. Think of us as those guys. We just watching and giving our thoughts. What if, man? What if?
It's just the drama of the week. You know how it is with Twitter. Honestly, if you're on the NICKMERCS and Tim the Tapman side or not, actually, like they're probably not even the people on Twitter. The people on Twitter are just the ones who want to see something going on and just being a part of it and just like ridiculing others. That's all they're really there for. They just want to be part of the mob crowd.
Yep. That's how most drama works, honestly. Just people are just really fucking bored. People are just fucking bored. So whenever they see drama, they just hop on because this is high dopamine for me. Let me see what's going on with this.
Literally, bro.
Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. I feel good about saying this. That's always how it goes.
NICKMERCS said this. I don't give a fuck that he said this, but I'm a tweet. My tweet got 1,000 likes. That's the validation I needed for the day.
Yep.
Well, I hope you guys feel validated with this new episode. It was a banger. It was fun. It was a good time. And I really enjoyed the fact we were able to talk more about non-Smash things on this episode. I feel like the conversation flowed fluidly as per usual. And it was just a good time. So if it was a good time for you guys who are watching, whether it be on YouTube or Spotify, make sure you hit that motherfucking sub button for your boy, because it would appreciate it. And of course, if you're on Twitch, make sure you're following for new episodes, and drop a sub too if you just want to show some love, you know what I'm saying? But all that good stuff must come to an end. Who's closing us out?
Not me, because you said my microphone sucks.
That's true. Light?
I don't want to do it this time. I closed out the last 2 or 3 times.
All right, then it's going to be Philly Fresh, aka EE, closing it out in the place to be. Guys, as per usual, we really do appreciate all the support and love that you do share. We have some exciting announcements to make. I'll give you an update on one of them. You guys really want Kola? Well, he's coming. First week of July is when we are planning to have Kola come on the podcast. I talked to him a couple days ago. He was absolutely down. He said he just needs a little bit of time. I also spoke to Alpharad. He said he would like to come on the podcast as well. So that might surprise a couple people as well. But yeah, Alpharad is 100% down to come on the podcast as well. We'll have TK on another episode in July as well. So really making sure we kind of, one, get some new guests, and 2, get those reoccurring guests as well. And hell, if we ever hear from Riddles, we'll get his ass on here too. So thank you so much for watching. You guys have a blessed rest of your day. That's going to be it for this episode of Lights Out, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace and positivity, my friends. See ya.
Peace.